Could Heartland be preparing fans for its most emotional twist yet? A soft glance, a quiet moment, and suddenly viewers are asking the same question. Is Amy Fleming pregnant? It's not just a theory. It's a whisper turning into a wave across the Heartland fandom. Something has shifted in season 19, and it's more than just a new storyline. Amy seems different, more thoughtful, more emotional, and it's not just about Ty anymore. There's someone else gently moving into her world. His name is Nathan, and he might just be the reason Amy is finally ready to begin again. Since Ty's heartbreaking death, Amy's world changed completely. The pain was deep, the silence heavy. She poured herself into raising Lindy and running the ranch. Fans watched as she refused to even think about love again. Her heart was bruised, and her trust was shattered. But in season 19, there's a softness in Amy we haven't seen for years. There's something new in her eyes, a sense of peace, a quiet joy. That's why the rumors feel more real than ever. Over the years, Amy's strength has been her biggest armor. She never let anyone see her break. But this season, she's not hiding anymore. In the last few episodes, we've seen scenes that feel different. Amy pausing longer in silence, her hand brushing her stomach in one emotional moment by the barn, a small child's toy left on the kitchen table. These aren't accidents. These are carefully placed clues. And then there's Nathan. Nathan's arrival in Amy's life wasn't loud. He didn't force anything. He simply showed up steady, kind, and present. He understands horses like she does. He listens more than he speaks. And slowly, without asking for it, he earned Amy's trust. Fans notice it immediately, the way Amy looks at him when he's not watching, the way she lets her guard down around him, and more importantly, how Lindy smiles when Nathan is nearby. There's a natural bond forming between all three, and it feels like something deeper is unfolding. But what has really pushed fans into full speculation mode is Amy's sudden shift in behavior. In one quiet scene, she stands alone outside, holding a baby blanket. There's no baby in the shot, no explanation, just her, the wind, and a look on her face that says 1,000 things. Is it grief? Is it hope? Or is it something more? In a recent cast interview, one of the producers hinted at a surprise that will change everything for Amy. That line alone was enough to send fans into a frenzy. Because what could change everything more than a new life? Whether it's a biological baby, adoption, or something entirely unexpected, the signs are there. And fans are watching Amy closely, every step, every glance, every moment of silence, waiting for the truth to finally come out. In the next section, we'll dive deeper into Amy's emotional journey since Ty's passing, how grief shaped her story, and why season 19 feels like a turning point not just for Amy, but for Heartland as a whole. Amy was never the same after Ty died. His loss broke something inside her, something even the beautiful Heartland Ranch couldn't fix. In the early seasons after his death, Amy stayed strong for Lindy, for Jack, and for the family. But fans could see it, she wasn't living. She was surviving. Every smile felt heavy, every day a quiet effort just to keep going. Horses gave her focus. Lindy gave her purpose. But nothing could truly fill the space Ty left behind. Over the years, she grew used to the silence. She would wake up early, work on the ranch, and fall asleep with her daughter by her side. There were no late night talks or soft laughs around the fire. No arms to hold her when the memories hit too hard. She buried her sadness in work. She helped others with their horses, their pain, their problems, because it was easier than dealing with her own. But season 19 brought something different. Something shifted in Amy. For the first time in a long time, she started to look up. Her shoulders seemed lighter, her words warmer. There were days when she didn't mention Ty, and that wasn't a sign of forgetting, it was a sign of healing. Slowly, Amy was learning how to breathe again, how to feel without fear, how to stand without needing someone to lean on. This is where Nathan comes in. He didn't rush her or expect anything. He was just there. At first, Amy didn't pay him much attention. She was polite but distant. But Nathan had patience. He helped with the horses, shared quiet talks, and respected her space. What made it special was that he never tried to replace Ty. He didn't act like Amy was broken. He simply saw her as she was and stayed beside her, and Amy noticed. One of the most powerful things about her journey this season is how real it feels. Love didn't come crashing into her life. It tiptoed in, soft and uncertain. Amy didn't fall for Nathan overnight. Instead, she let herself feel safe around him. Then one day, she smiled without forcing it. She laughed a little louder. She let him hold Lindy's hand while walking through the ranch. For a woman who once swore she'd never love again, this is huge. Fans remember how deeply Amy and Ty loved each other. That kind of bond doesn't just fade. And that's what makes her connection with Nathan so emotional. It isn't replacing Ty, it's honoring what they had by allowing her heart to feel again. And as Amy grows emotionally, viewers can't help but notice a subtle sense of longing in her. Not just for companionship, but for a fuller life. A new chapter. Which brings us back to the baby theories. People who've watched Amy closely know this shift didn't come out of nowhere. It's been years in the making. And as she begins to open her heart again, it's only natural to wonder, is this the moment she chooses to start fresh? To begin again, not just as a woman, but maybe as a mother once more. The signs are soft, but they're building. And Amy's growth after loss might just be the most beautiful transformation Heartland has ever shown. In the next section, we'll look closely at Nathan's role in Amy's world and uncover why so many fans believe he's not just a love interest but possibly the future father of her next child. Nathan didn't ride into Amy's life with grand gestures or dramatic speeches. He arrived quietly, like a breeze through the open barn doors, calm, steady, and almost unnoticeable at first. But that's what made him different. Nathan wasn't trying to be noticed. He wasn't chasing attention. He simply showed up and stayed. From the first time Nathan appeared on screen, fans felt something change in the air around Amy. There wasn't instant romance or fireworks. Instead, there was something much more powerful: comfort. Nathan didn't ask about Ty. He didn't pry into Amy's past. He treated her like a whole person, not a broken widow. And that made Amy relax. She didn't have to pretend around him. She could just be herself, quiet, thoughtful, even unsure. The way Nathan interacts with the ranch is another big clue. He respects it. He understands horses. He doesn't try to take control, but he helps where he can. That matches Amy's own values. They work in harmony without stepping on each other's space. And for someone like Amy, who has spent years guarding her heart, this kind of mutual understanding is rare and special. But what really caught fans' eyes were the little things. The way Nathan looks at Amy when she isn't watching. How he remembers the small details she shares. How he steps in to help Lindy without being asked, never trying to win favor, just doing what feels right. It's not just respect, it's care. It's love, quietly growing where pain once lived. One key moment that lit up fan forums was a short scene where Amy and Nathan were working near the paddocks. Nothing major happened, but Nathan placed his hand on Amy's arm for a second, just a second. She didn't pull away. In fact, she smiled, a real, relaxed smile. And then there was that brief look between them. Not one of passion, but one of peace. The kind of look that says, "I see you. I'm here." That's when viewers started whispering, could Nathan be more than just a helper? Could he be the next chapter in Amy's story? Even Jack and Lisa seem to have noticed something. In quiet moments, Jack watches the two with a knowing look. He doesn't interfere, but his silence speaks volumes. Jack has always protected Amy like a daughter. If he trusts Nathan around her and Lindy, that's not nothing. That's a big sign. And let's not forget Lindy. Children feel things adults often miss. Lindy likes Nathan. She talks to him, laughs around him, even asks about him when he's not there. That comfort says a lot. In many ways, it shows that Nathan fits into their world naturally, like he was meant to be there all along. But the biggest shift came when Amy started letting Nathan in emotionally. She shared things about her past, her fears, her dreams. These weren't easy talks, but Nathan listened without judgment. He didn't try to fix her. He just made space for her to speak. And slowly, she started trusting him, not just with the ranch or her daughter, but with her heart. And that's why some fans now believe Nathan might be connected to the baby rumors. If Amy was ever going to open her heart again, To build something new and meaningful, it would only be with someone like Nathan. Someone safe, someone strong, someone who makes her feel loved, not just admired. So who is Nathan? He might just be the quiet storm, gentle on the outside, but powerful enough to change everything for Amy. In the next section, we'll dive into the mysterious baby rumors that have taken the Heartland community by storm. Are they just fan fantasies, or are there real clues hidden in plain sight? It started with a look. One small look from Amy, and suddenly, the entire Heartland fandom was whispering the same question. Is she pregnant? At first, it sounded like wild fan imagination, but then came the clues, quiet, unspoken, and woven carefully into scenes. Now, those whispers have become something louder, something more real. Could Heartland Season 19 be hiding its biggest surprise yet, a new baby? The first clue that caught viewers' attention was a moment in Episode 3. Amy stood near the barn, holding a folded blanket in her hands. It wasn't Lindy's, and it wasn't explained. She just held it gently, looking off into the distance, lost in thought. Fans who know Amy well knew this wasn't just a random prop. Amy never holds on to something without a reason. That blanket sparked the first round of speculation. Who was it for? Then, in Episode 5, Amy was shown pausing during her morning routine. She placed her hand slowly on her stomach, not in pain, but in reflection. The scene lasted only seconds, but it didn't go unnoticed. That one gesture lit up online discussions. Was it a sign? Was Amy silently dealing with something life-changing? The rumors grew stronger when fans noticed changes in Amy's behavior. She was more careful. She moved slower during horseback training. She turned down a challenging ride with little explanation. And when someone asked if she was feeling okay, she gave a soft smile and said, "Just taking it easy these days." That line alone sent fan groups into a frenzy. Amy never takes it easy, not unless there's a reason. Even the camera work changed. Directors started focusing more on Amy's expressions, especially when she was alone. In one scene, she stared at a crib in the corner of the house, a crib that hadn't been there in earlier episodes. Why was it there again? Was it for Lindy's old toys? Or something new? Social media added fuel to the fire. In a behind-the-scenes post, Amber Marshall Amy shared a photo with a caption, "Big moments are coming this season. Ones that change everything." That vague line was all it took. Fans started commenting non-stop. Is Amy having a baby? Is Nathan the father? Please let it be true. And then there's the music. Longtime Heartland watchers know how the show uses music to hint at emotions. In Episode 6, a soft lullaby-like track played during a silent scene between Amy and Nathan. She didn't say a word, neither did he, but the moment felt full, like something was being shared without speaking. Some fans believe that was the writer's way of preparing us. Still, the show hasn't confirmed anything yet. No official plot reveals, no direct lines spoken. But maybe that's the beauty of Heartland. It never throws surprises at you. It plants them slowly, lets you feel them build, and when the moment comes, it hits hard. That's why fans are on edge now. Every week, they watch Amy's hands, her expressions, her choices. They're searching for any clue, any soft confirmation that their theory is true. That Amy, after all the pain, after all the loss, might finally be starting a new chapter with new life. And the biggest question of all, if the baby rumors are true, is Nathan really the one by her side? In the next section, we'll look beyond the screen at interviews, behind-the-scenes secrets, and hidden Easter eggs that could reveal what the writers are truly planning for Amy. Sometimes, the truth about a story doesn't come from the show itself, it hides in the spaces between the episodes. In Season 19 of Heartland, those hidden spaces are packed with quiet hints, sly interviews, and subtle Easter eggs that point toward one powerful twist. Amy might be preparing for a baby. And this time, the most revealing clues aren't found in dialogue, they're hiding in real-life comments, wardrobe choices, and background details only the most loyal fans catch. It all began with a casual cast interview before Season 19 aired. When asked what viewers should expect, Amber Marshall smiled and said, "This season is about new beginnings. It's soft, it's emotional, and it'll surprise people in a very personal way." That line stuck with fans. Why new beginnings? Amy already has a ranch, a daughter, and her own healing journey. What kind of personal surprise could be big enough to deserve that kind of tease? Then came a behind-the-scenes clip posted by CBC's official page. In the video, Amy is seen walking into the house set holding a proper folded baby onesie. She hands it to a crew member and laughs, saying, "Should I be hiding this from the fans?" It seemed like a joke, but fans didn't take it lightly. That little moment was shared thousands of times. Was it a slip-up, a prank, or something much deeper? The show's costume designer also made a small comment in a production blog that caught attention. She mentioned that Amy's wardrobe this season includes looser-fitting clothes to match her emotional state and story. At first, it sounded like a style choice. But why change Amy's clothing now, in season 19, unless there's a physical reason to hide something? Let's talk about Easter eggs, the hidden hints Heartland has become known for. This season, eagle-eyed fans noticed a small photograph on the mantle in Amy's house. In one episode, it shows Lindy as a baby, but in a later episode, the same photo frame shows a different infant. It's never explained. Could it be an editing mistake? Maybe. But in Heartland, even the smallest objects have meaning. Another clue comes from Jack's quiet lines. In episode 7, Jack talks to Lisa about making room for the future. He's referring to renovations, but the way he says it, with a warm smile and a knowing glance toward Amy, doesn't feel random. Jack's always been the heart of the family. He senses things before others do, and fans believe that line was written on purpose as a soft nudge to the audience. Even the music selections this season tell a story. In a tender scene between Amy and Nathan, the background song included the lyrics, "A new life begins in the quiet." That wasn't just romantic. It felt symbolic, like the show was gently preparing us for something more than love. Something alive. Something growing. Behind the camera, the creators have said again and again that they want Amy's story to reflect real life. And in real life, grief eventually turns into healing. Healing often leads to love, and love can lead to the decision to grow a family. That's what has fans on high alert now, because the pieces are there if you know where to look. So while no one has confirmed the baby storyline outright, it's clear the writers are planting seeds. The cast, the crew, and even the props are all moving in the same quiet direction. Amy's life is changing, and this time, it might not be just emotional change, it could be the arrival of something brand new. In the next section, we'll explore what all of this could mean for Amy and Nathan's future. Is Heartland gently creating a new love story? And if a baby is truly coming, what kind of family will Amy finally have? For years, Amy believed her story with love had ended the day Ty died. She didn't want anyone else. Her heart was full of memories, pain, and quiet strength. Fans respected her for staying true to his memory. But now, in season 19, something gentle and unexpected is happening. Amy is smiling again. Not just for Lindy, not just for work, but for herself. And more, that smile seems to appear when Nathan is around. Nathan isn't loud, flashy, or dramatic. He's not trying to fill Ty's shoes. That's what makes him so important. He gives Amy space, but still stands by her. He listens without pushing, offers help without asking for anything in return, and never tries to take over. He doesn't chase Amy, he respects her. And that might be exactly what she needs. Many fans notice how Amy's voice softens when she talks to Nathan. She opens up to him in ways she doesn't with others. He knows when to make her laugh and when to stay quiet. He understands horses, the ranch, and the way Heartland runs. Most importantly, he understands Amy. That kind of connection doesn't come often, especially after heartbreak. In episode 8, there's a scene where Amy and Nathan fix a fence together. Nothing dramatic happens, but Amy pauses, looks at Nathan, and says, "Thanks for sticking around." It's a simple line, but in Amy's world, those words carry weight. She doesn't say things without meaning them. And in that moment, it felt like she was finally letting someone in, not just into her home, but into her heart. There's something slow and real building between them. The writers aren't rushing it. They're letting it grow, just like Amy's healing. And maybe that's what makes it so special, because this time, Amy isn't falling fast. She's choosing carefully. She's feeling her way forward, step by step. And Nathan is walking beside her. Never ahead, never behind. But love isn't the only thing fans are noticing. The way Lindy interacts with Nathan is just as important. She feels safe around him. She laughs, tells him stories, and even reaches for his hand. That kind of bond between a child and a man who's not her father. That says something powerful. Lindy trusts him, and Amy sees that. So what happens if the baby rumors are true? It would mean more than just a new life on the ranch. It would mean Amy is choosing a new beginning with someone who didn't replace her past, but helped her build a future. It would mean she's letting herself believe in love again. And for long-time fans, that's a moment worth waiting for. A baby with Nathan wouldn't just be a twist in the story. It would be a full-circle moment, proof that even after loss, life continues. That healing is possible. That hearts can break and still find room to love again. Amy's journey has always been about strength, family, and heart. And now, with Nathan by her side, she might just be writing her next chapter, one filled with new love, a new partner, and maybe, just maybe, a new baby. In the final section, we'll break down how fans are reacting to these possible changes and why this storyline could be one of the most emotional in Heartland history. The moment the baby rumors began, fans didn't just watch quietly, they exploded with emotion. Social media lit up, Reddit threads filled with theories, fan pages overflowed with screenshots, slow-motion videos, and comments filled with hope, excitement, and even a few tears. Something has shifted in season 19, and everyone feels it. Amy's story is changing, and the audience is holding its breath, waiting for the truth to come out. Many fans say it's not just a guess anymore, it feels real. They see it in Amy's quiet moments, in Nathan's soft eyes, in the gentle rhythm of the episodes. The way Amy holds her gaze longer, the way Nathan seems to protect her without words, the way Lindy seems more connected, more complete when the three of them share a scene. It's like a puzzle finally clicking together. One fan wrote on Twitter, "I've watched every season of Heartland from day one, and I swear, I've never seen Amy look this peaceful. Something is coming. I think it's love. I think it's a baby." Another shared a side-by-side photo of Amy from season 13 and Amy now with the caption, "Before healing, after hope." The emotional connection fans have with Amy is deep. She's not just a character. She's family. There are even fan videos now, filled with soft music and clips of Amy and Nathan, layered with text like "new beginnings" and "a second chance at love." Viewers are emotionally invested not just because they want a happy ending, but because they've seen Amy suffer. They've walked with her through the pain, the silence, the strength it took to stand up again. And now, they want to see her smile without hiding it. Some fans are still cautious. They worry the writers might be teasing too hard, only to pull back. But even those fans admit this season feels different. The emotional tone has changed. The story is softer, more reflective. It's not racing anywhere, but moving like real life, slow, tender, and real. Even longtime critics of the show agree that if Amy does have a baby with Nathan, it will be one of the most meaningful turns in Heartland's history. Not because it's dramatic, but because it's earned. After everything Amy's been through, she deserves a quiet kind of joy. And a baby wouldn't just be a plot twist. It would be a symbol of growth, of healing, of love that doesn't forget the past but dares to move forward anyway. And what about the final reveal? Fans are watching every episode now with eyes wide open. They scan the background. They analyze Amy's every line. They replay Nathan's glances. They don't want to miss the moment the truth finally drops. Because when it does, it won't just be a scene, it will be a release. A wave of emotion that fans have been building toward for years, whether it's in the final episode or a quiet mid-season moment. Everyone is waiting for Amy to place her hand on her stomach, look up at Nathan, and say something that will shake the entire ranch. We're having a baby. And when that moment comes, if it comes, it won't just be a win for Amy. It will be a reward for every single fan who stayed with her through heartbreak, held on through silence, and believed she could love again. So now, the big question is no longer, is Amy pregnant? It's, Are we ready for the most beautiful chapter of her life yet?